Horizon Zero Dawn is a game that I really enjoyed, the first one and the second one. The main character, Aloy, is played by an amazing voice actor, one of my favorite voice actors, Ashly Burch, a actor who has played such amazing roles as Aloy, of course, my girl Chloe Price from Life is Strange, Tiny Tina, you know, you name it, she's in freaking everything. Big fan of her work, and actually the subject came across my brain, my feed, my wave, because I saw Ashly Burch post about it. She was saying how there's an AI Aloy situation, she is not playing the character, there's no like her voice involved, and it's kind of freaky, it's kind of scary. Pretty much the whole concept of it is there's, I guess, this test of this AI futuristic Aloy in which the gamer itself can be like, Aloy, what's your favorite bag of chips? And then Aloy's like, thank you for asking me that. My favorite bag of chips is Fritos with the Fritos bean dip. It's really freaky, dude. I'm not gonna tell you to go find a video of it because I'm pretty sure it's leaked, but definitely don't find a video of it. Definitely don't do that because it's leaked. You're not supposed to see it, so don't try to see it. If you try to see it, bad on you, okay? We got an understanding, right? It's interesting for sure. It's very strange. I have lots of thoughts because that's what I do. I come on here and I give my thoughts and I yap your ear off. That's pretty much what we're doing here. For one, I'm glad that at least in this AI test of Aloy, there's no AI voice cloning of Ashly Burch's actual voice going on, because that would be a whole other situation. Obviously, we have to have these guidelines, these safeguards in play to where if they ever were to do that, she's getting paid for that. If anything, at least the same of what she would be getting if she was voicing those roles herself, because that's her voice, that's her talent, that's, you know, her voice, the character she's established the last two games through her performance, among other things like the writing, you know, the gameplay itself. That's what is making us like Aloy as a character. Aloy, in my opinion, is really like the only good character in these games. So, side comment, not super relevant, but you know, while we're here, thought I'd just drop that, you know, that opinion. And while I think it is cool in theory for you to be able to say anything to a character, you know, and stuff like that, and they respond accordingly, it is curious and it does raise some questions about, you know, the characters themselves and the actual experience, right? I actually did a video semi-recently about this that kind of brings up a similar thing, because people were saying how in RPGs the characters just become these lifeless, you know, shells of their former selves. Once the campaign's done, once you exhaust all the side quests, all the dialogue options in God of War, Mimir just gets real quiet all of a sudden. Mimir's got nothing to say, and it's like, well, this is unrealistic. Kratos, Freya and Mimir are just traveling around in silence forever. That's not realistic. They'd be talking to each other. So in one world, it makes sense why this AI situation in this term, you know, getting to respond to anything, why that makes sense, because that fixes that problem. But I don't think it's worth it, because I don't think giving us that as gamers is worth what we'd be giving up. Obviously, this will be limited in the situations in which they use this. It's not like you can just walk up to anyone and say anything and they'll just respond to it, because that would be really bad. That would kind of water down the character. If I'm playing Last of Us 2 and, you know, I'm Ellie and I walk up to Joel and I'm like, Ellie, and I'm like, hey Joel, how many times have you farted today? He's like, that's a dumb question. Of course, I fart like at least 15 times a day. I'm an old man. I can't control myself. It's kind of getting a little too dark, a little too real. I move on from Joel. He's dead anyways. It's like, dude, what are we doing? This is affecting the characters. This is affecting the story and how I see the characters. The curated experience that is being written by the directors themselves, by the writers, everyone involved on the creative side of the gaming world itself. And at that point, it kind of ruins the experience, I think, because if you saturate the words that they say, it takes away meaning from the words that are written. If Kratos is yapping for all of time with Freya and Mimir, it takes away from the words that are being written by the people themselves. It takes away from the words that he says in the story when he's observing something like a statue, or he's observing something being done to Mimir, Freya, anything like that, Atreus. It ruins that. And I think that's a really bad place to be. And like I said, the idea is cool, but it's not worth it. And even if you watch this AI Aloy, it still looks a little weird. Her mouth still looks a little strange, the way it's moving is like that. Hi, I'm Aloy. Nice to meet you. let's go do some Aloy stuff, like kill dinosaurs, robot dinosaurs. Not a great path to go down. I thought I'd jump on here. I would recommend checking out Ashley Birch's video because I think it's a really good way to look at it. Apparently, I didn't even know that voice actors are on strike right now. That's something we should be talking about because that's not good for the studios. That's not good for anyone. That's not good, like, for the studios to be putting them in this situation. That's what I mean. Not like, oh, the poor studios, the poor studios. What are they gonna do? Anyways, that's my video. I actually made another video on a voice actor the other day, Deborah Wilson, and some Death Stranding controversy happening around that. You can check that out if you want. If not, that's fine. You're good. Yeah, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.